What's up, peoples? What's up, peoples? Just want to do a little video, a little recording. Shit I was thinking about. I was listening to the entire history of Israel, the entire history of Israel. And I was skeptical of listening to it at first because I thought they was going to try to impose the biblical narrative on us, but they didn't. They basically classified the Old Testament as mythological with a little sprinkle of some historic events actually happening. And they really got more detailed when the Seleucids came, which is basically the Greeks, and all those revolts and wars. And I got to the part where the development of the Zionist movement came, and immediately, I'm talking about immediately, as soon as it hit my ear, I thought about the Pan-African Conference, the very first Pan-African Conference. And I thought about it. And you see how far these motherfuckers I think they fought a war in 67. But these niggas, before they got, to the place, because, they fought a war, what was that, 27 years? Well, no, 20 years. 20 years after they established, or a little bit, I don't know, because I got to go look up the actual year. I want to say it was 1947, 1948, maybe even 49, when the state of Israel was established as a country or whatnot. So, about, give or take, might as well say a dub. Just give them a dub. They fought their first war in a dub. But, these motherfuckers got their own homeland, and we could argue and say that where they at is basically the same place as the ancient, especially, we got all the scientific shit, the digs and the DNA matches and the blood type, not blood type, but phenotypes and all that extra shit. But before then, they was trying to get Uganda to be Israel. You can look that up. They actually was trying to make Uganda Israel. So that makes that part a little iffy. But the point is what they did with the Zionists, the first Zionist conference, and how they stuck together and stood on their shit, and just, basically won through their occupations, which their occupation was banking and messing with jewelry and shit. I forget what they call that, like being jewelers, basically. It's funny that they were jewelers and they're called the Jews. That is funny. They probably named jewelry after them. If you think about it, I don't know. I ain't looked that up. It's just a fucking educated guess. But when we did our Pan-African, the very first Pan-African Conference, oh man, we had the government, the FBI, and everybody trying to break us up. You know what I mean? And when they did that, niggas went on, after the Garvey situation, after, niggas went on and did their own thing. You had Elijah, who I think was a part of that conference, or one of the conferences, one of the latter conferences. I don't know if it was the first or the latter, don't get me wrong. You had the Noble Drew Ali, you know what I mean? And you had, the black Christians, you know what I mean? So, I just wondered, everything that we need to do as people, as black people, who feel the way we feel, and how our story is. You know what I mean? These people use that story for damn near 1,000 years. Over 1,000 years. When did it fall? They said 77 AD? So 2,000 years practically. Not all full, more like 1900, but 2,000 years. they stuck together, went through all that stuff, all that, the different things, basically all what we went through, just we went through it to the 10th of what they went through it. You know what I mean? But they did go through all that we went through. We just went through it to a 10th power. And I'm not trying to compare struggles or nothing. I'm just going off the facts and the history. They got that all off their strength. But y'all gotta understand, they're more, they were spread out through the European faction. These are the people that were spread out through the European faction of the future empires. The Ottomans, and all the European countries around Anatolia, Eurasia, basically, Europe and Asia, Western Asia. You know what I mean? So they had some, and then plus the lenience of the religion. The religion is surrounded their culture. It's a baby, the Christianity and the Muslim shit, Islam, is a baby of their story. So they had that. That's the factor that we don't got. We only got that through us. And probably some similar indigenous cultures around, include like Native Americans, Native Asians, Native because they don't call themselves Native, they call Aborigines of Australia. You know what I mean? We can relate to them. Aborigines of Hawaii, of the West Indies islands and Caribbean islands and so forth. You know what I mean? The Polynesian shit. You know what I mean? The Pacific Islanders. You feel me? Probably got some shit common with them, but it ain't a shared story. Like everybody not coming together under the banner of Shango. You know what I mean? Or the banner of Ottawatomie, or whatever, the Otomari, or you know what I mean, or none of the ancient African religions. We don't have one that just reigns supreme. Yoruba close, but Orishas, but not near to the effect of the level of a Christianity or a Judaism or a Muslim. You know what I mean? So they got that factor, but that. I seen something when the George Floyd stuff. When I seen how the whole world reacted to shit that happened to us, it made me think like, boy, why can't because I'm a Pan-African and I know it's other Pan-Africans too, and it's not as popular, especially with the new Aboriginal American and Black and Foundation Black American, all these new ADOS movements, all these new movements. You know what I mean? Don't have to be the Pan. I guess it don't have to be the Pan. There's got to be something. But I would like to stick with the Pan-African shit, because it's more broad. It includes more everybody. It don't have nothing to do with your religion. You know what I mean? But so why can't we do that? Like, bro, everybody talk about they don't want to see no more slave movies. No. More slave movies. Pump that shit in they fucking face. Stop crying about what's happened to you. Do what the Jews did. Just do it better. Use that shit to your advantage, bro. I'm not saying play black hard and all of that shit, but I am saying be better strategic. Use your brains to do other ways. See, we don't got nuclear weapons or even the capacity to build them. Like, we don't want, nigga, we were probably the most, they say the Jews the most documented people. Nah, we probably the most documented people. They probably erased most of our shit. We probably got the most erased history of everybody, but we're definitely the most watched. Look at the culture. Look at the whole world. Everybody try to do everything that we're famous for. You know what I mean? And we're the best of everything. Music, sports, whatever. As individuals. But why can't we use that why can't we see that, use that, harness that energy, and collect it to be the best at a group thing? See, this kind of talk scares them, because the first thing they think is they're warmongering people. So the first thing they think is war. We're not thinking, well, we got to protect ourselves, yes, and we definitely should be war ready, yes, and they should, any fucking human should understand that. But is be dick swinging contests. And they don't really want a peaceful world. They want a peaceful world in which they're the heads. Not a peaceful world where it's just real peace. But as black people, you see what we're going through, you see the conditions we're going through, and you see the conditions that America is going through because we're here. Probably not because we're here, probably other reasons, but we're probably a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I think we need to I think we need to resuscitate. Somebody need to show this shit to motherfucking Mr. James Small, Dr. Kwame, Mr. Kwame Nkrumah, well, not Kwame, what Nkrumah, you know what I'm talking, Booker T, the nigga real name, nigga, or what he started off. You know what I mean? I forget his name, Kwame something. You know, Sinetta, somebody. I don't know if Sinetta got, he got the pull, but I don't think that's his type thing. But anybody, bro, nigga, we need to come up with that. We need to do that again. But the only problem that we got to do as black people, we got to put our little ideologies to the side. Maybe Pan-African name need to be changed, but that should be a group thing that we come and change it. But I like the Pan-African thing. The Pan-African includes everybody. It includes more people on more continents. You know what I mean? It's 7 continents, 6 that's we live on. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, man. Got that, it's just in me. That type of shit is in me. That liberation shit is in me. I don't know. I've been fascinated about it ever since I learned the truth about what happened to our people, like in full detail. You know what I mean? And we can find a way to include the native aborigines of the world. We can stop trying to skin color it. Because you got some white European natives that get treated bad by the ruling class. So, think bigger, my niggas. Nationhood is dying. I don't even know if y'all paying attention to that. Nationhood is dying. It's starting to become more of unity. But because of our condition, we have a little leg up where we can use that nationhood and also include others. And let the best brain be the leader. Fuck the color. You know, as niggas, we don't want to follow nobody that's not niggas, but so that means we need to get to work. Let our brain be bigger than the next, so we can run it. But we got to do it the proper way. Man, I pray that happen in Jesus' mighty name. I pray that happen. Amen. But yeah, that's all I want to say, man. I recorded it instead of fucking going live because I don't want no fuck ups. I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear my fuck ups when I fuck up. So, this is your king. Holla at me. 1.